is the motherfucking queen. NBA young boy. Let's go.
Hello, Slay Nation. I hope you guys are excited as I am as we recreate this Nicki Minaj pink ombre look today, okay? You're going to need the color Pink Petal by Kiss Colors Tintation and a bowl with a brush. I'm also going to be using that little brush, it looks like a mascara, to help me apply along the edges so that I do not tint the lace. Right now, guys, I don't know why I parted down the middle, but you don't really need to because you're coloring the entire frontal with the pink color in an ombre-ish motion. I started off by testing the color first. So I put a little bit in the front and then I used a towel to wipe it off just to see what it was going to look like after I washed it. And it was perfect for me. It wasn't going to turn out to be such a ridiculously bright color as it looked like on the brush. So now I'm going to actually begin and color the wig because I like what the end results are going to look like. Guys, I don't know who told me to start this coloring process without sectioning the hair, but it's definitely a necessity. As you can see, it's not working out for me. Alright, so I grabbed my handy dandy comb. I'm going to start off by sectioning off little pieces of the hair and holding the rest back so it gets out of my way. So you're going to section little by little and you're going to saturate the hair that you are sectioning off very well. You're going to get to the roots as close as possible using the little mascara looking brush to give it a more natural looking look. So you don't want to have a harsh line by the roots and you don't want to have a harsh line towards the end of where you're putting the color as well. Guys, I was literally putting such a small layer of color at first. I'm not so sure why. I guess I was still really scared as to how bright this color was going to come out. So I wasn't putting a deep layer of color. I wasn't really saturating the hair too much just because, you know, this is a vibrant color. So no matter what, it's going to show. The pink is going to show. I don't have to oversaturate it. And you'll just, as you guys saw, the results came out. So just keep watching. This is exactly how I colored their entire wig. Eventually, I ended up switching from the little mascara brush to an actual color applicator brush. As you guys can see, it's a lot easier for me to apply the hair color with the applicator brush, and it's a lot faster too. But with the applicator brush, I'm actually working with a different method since it's not like the mascara brush where it literally can feather the top for me without me having to do the work. I have to feather the top myself so that it gives it that natural look. As you can see with the applicator brush, if you're using it on the flat end, you are going to get those harsh lines right at the roots of the hair. So you do have to feather it like I'm doing right now to get the very nice defined natural look on your roots, and you have to do it at the end of where you want your color to stop as well. You have to do it from the roots and you have to do it at the end of where you want your color to stop. Just like that, just so that you see how it ended at the end right there, guys, and it's that harsh line. I'm feathering the ends so that the line doesn't remain harsh, so that once I'm done, once I rinse out the color, it doesn't just look like it went from pink to blonde. That's not what you want. You want it to go from pink to a lighter pink, a feathery looking pink to blonde, so that it's transitioning very smoothly. That's what you want, guys. So I'm going to continue with this technique for the entire frontal, and once I finish with the frontal, I'm going to come back and explain to you guys what I'm doing with the back of the wig and how I'm coloring it and why I chose to color it that way as well. So guys, since I have shorter bundles, I don't have as much room to play with the pink color as Nicki did on the wig she had on in the picture. So if you do have some longer bundles, you could actually bring the color down a little more, just so that it gives you a better illusion of the color that she had in her video. It gives you it gives you as close as possible to the look that she actually had. But if I really wanted to, I could have put some strips on the frontal entirely pink instead of just doing the roots of the frontal pink. But I didn't want to do that, guys, because I do have other plans for this wig as well. And I'm not gonna tell you guys, but I do have other plans for this wig as well other than just the pink. So be on the lookout for the next concoction I end up cooking up with this wig, okay? Now that we've finished applying the pink onto the frontal of the wig, we're going to move on to the back. I'm only going to apply the pink on 2 of the tracks in the back and mainly just on the roots. Basically the exact same thing that you did on the frontal. You're going to apply it right on the roots, but instead of feathering the roots, you're going to saturate the roots because these are tracks and not lace, okay? So that you want it to actually look good, because you're going to cover that anyway, guys, but you still don't want it to look too blonde. Make sure you also get the hair under. Lift up the track and get that hair under, and then you're gonna push that up a little bit and work on the second track. I'm only doing 2 tracks, guys. You can do a lot more if you want to, but I'm only doing 2. Next, I'm going to in the middle of the wig, and I'm going to take out 1 track and just put some color onto the end of those tracks. If you guys paid attention in that little short clip that she blessed us with on Instagram, she had some more pink almost towards like the end of her wig, like an ombre effect-ish. So that's what I'm doing right now, and it's just adding a little bit of pink in the middle of the wig so that it gives me more of an ombre effect. I only did this on about 2 tracks of the wig. I did that on that middle track, and I believe I also did that on like 2 tracks above it. After that, I honestly just started picking up little blonde pieces and throwing pink on them, on the ends, just to add a lot more, you know, pink onto the hair, just so it's not too blonde and it's not just sitting there blonde. And in the front as well, on the frontal, I went back as well and I just added really scanty pieces of pink on there, just to highlight. This is that second track I was talking about. This is actually the second track that I'm going to go ahead and put it the pink ombre on the entire row at the bottom. This is about the third track from the bottom, I believe it is. So I went in and I added more ombre. I actually wish I made this entire track entirely pink from the roots to the ends, but it's okay, guys. I still love how the end results were. So I actually went back in with my brush to add a little more pink to the roots of the frontal, just because if you guys remember, I didn't saturate too much. But yeah, I'm going back in now. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes, and after that I'm going to go ahead and rinse out the color and come and show you guys what's next after the color is applied. There is more, yes. Alright guys, so now we're going to tone the wig down a little bit. This is the end result of what the color came out to be before I toned it. It's not that bright, honestly, but it is still a little bright. I wanted it to be a little duller. So, and especially with the blonde as well. The blonde is a little bit too yellow for me. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to tone the wig. Please don't ask me why I didn't tone the wig before. But I'm toning the wig now because I also want to tone down the pink as well. So this is the little method that I came up with, is toning after I color, because then it brings the color of that you have on your wig down as well. So I just put in some Shimmer Lights Conditioner, and I'm going to just dip the hair in there little by little, and then just boom, just soak the baby in there. Because guys, there's no reason to, why are you playing around? Soak the hair in there. I'm just soaking her in and playing around in there and making sure every single part of the wig gets wet. And you guys are gonna see it's gonna look a lot less brassy than it did before. The pink is gonna look a lot lighter. It's gonna look a little more like a really light, fluffy cotton candy pink, which is what I really wanted. So yeah, I'm adding a little more Shimmer Lights just because the roots did take exactly how I wanted to, and they sucked up all the all the toner. So now I'm getting the middle as well because it didn't catch the toner as much as the roots. And then I'm just gonna go back and dip the rest of the wig in there. So that's all I did for this wig, guys. After that, I went and rinsed off the toner from the hair and let my wig air dry, and I'm gonna show you guys the final results. Alright, Cindy Nation, so that is the final results of the wig. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video where I install this beauty. Bye.
It's the motherfucker.
Can't do buying all the bottles, what you can't do. Supposed to be shining, but she noticed that my chain do.